Yeah, one of those.
There you go. Shoot him with your slime.
Slime him.
Be like Nickelodeon and slime him. And now catch the ghost. Capture the professor, the possessor ghost.
Professor Ghost. Egads, it's Professor Ghost.
It's like Professor Egad from Luigi's Mansion.
I don't remember how to do my capture stream.
You have to throw down a...
Sitting bull.
Sitting bull?
I was thinking of Sitting Bull.
He's from the Battle of Little Bighorn.
I don't know why in my head Littlefoot was
Not Slam.
Isn't Littlefoot Native American?
Well, it's like, in what ways do you think he's like Native American?
Good job, Jill.
Because I've always thought he was voiced by a white person. I mean, I don't know who voices Littlefoot, but...
Oh, by the way, Jill, when you see ghosts like that, if you can, you should press triangle and take a picture of them, because it counts for our progress.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We just lost that progress.
Also, the guy who voices Littlefoot is the same guy who voices Connor, because every single Native American is the same person.
To who? To this guy?
Yeah.
You're like a little problematic today, Jill.
No, it's not me. I'm cosplaying as our character.
Got it. So you could say like anything you want here. Like you just go and say the N-word. If I was cosplaying as this guy,
that's what
I would be saying it if I was this guy. Which
it wasn't me. It was him.
I'm playing a character.
Everybody deserves to have a voice.
Stain on the ground by Peter Venkman.
Well, Peter had to shit.
Okay, got it.
He diarrheaed on the floor out of fear.
Jill, you can't say diarrhea on YouTube.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. That's offensive to me.
You know what I can't say? Nate. Because that's a problematic name.
When I heard I was really worried for a second.
I looked up Littlefoot on online.
Yeah.
And it says his brother's name is Shorty.
I want the Ghostbusters ejected from this facility immediately.
Where's his honor, Pecker? We've got news for him and a photo op.
The mayor is indisposed right now. Anything you need to tell him goes through me.
Not happening, Peckby. This is for Jock.
Security, remove these men with excessive force.
Why do the good ones always play hard to get?
What in the hell is going on here? Got
I never.
Why does he look like Willem Dafoe?
Out am I?
What if I just kill the bodies that are possessed?
You have to slime him.
Wait, I got the Oh, it's this one.
Did you know the guy who voices Littlefoot plays Hob on RoboCop 2?
Oh, which one was Hob again?
It was that guy who plays your mom.
Got him.
Remember to throw down a trap.
This like kid.
Press square.
Jill, do you want to do it?
No, I wanted you to do it.
No, you should do it.
Oh,
I hate that kid.
Yeah, that's the voice of Littlefoot. Is that kid.
That kid is the worst.
I know.
What?
Jeez.
What happened here?
Help is on the way.
I literally just got like one-shotted.
Yeah, welcome to this game. We're playing on hard.
Why did we do that again?
Trophy?
Oh, okay. Working in a museum like this would be like my dream.
A museum with a bunch of like floating dancing men?
No, like just like the museum with like a bunch of cool exhibits and stuff.
Oh. I'm gonna stop you right there at museum and cool.
What, why do they keep possessing this guy?
I think museums are cool. And I love like the Union Jack on the ceiling.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I think museums that have actual history and artifacts to them are cool. But there's too many museums that are like, yeah, at one point there was important stuff around here.
Oh my.
That's it. We have some recreations. Like, I wish we had more recovered historical artifacts on public display, except in massive cities. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm saying I wish they had more of that stuff available. And also, controversial opinion, I'm not a fan of people being able to own history. Like the fact that people have private collections of historical artifacts.
I think historical artifacts should be like all in museums.
Yes.
Or given to historical societies. I don't think like Joe the random millionaire should be able to own like the Mona Lisa.
But he should be able to own an NFT.
Of the Mona Lisa?
Yeah, of the Mona Lisa. Can you try? Because I'm having a hard time with that.
Nate should do it.
Okay.
I bought an NFT of the Mona Lisa. I like that. Not as good as Metaslave, but...
I want to own the Mona Lisa.
I feel like our Ghostbuster would own at least 4 Metaslave NFTs. What do you think?
I think so.
Hey, I thought that like famous paintings and stuff were supposed to be in museums. Like, are they?
They're
owned by
supposed.
random
They're
people?
supposed to be, but
To quote Indiana Jones, it belongs in a museum.
Thank you, but like.
Yeah, no problem.
yeah,
Do
like
some people just like own stuff and like
yes.
keep it in their house?
yes, there's like auctions and stuff like that people go to, and they will like buy like historical things. Like they'll buy like Robert E. Lee's like officer sword or something like that.
Yeah,
Huh.
And they'll just like randomly have it.
in their house.
But like
a
I feel,
collector's item.
yeah, I feel like the museums at like Appomattox or something should have this.
I kind of feel like that should be illegal, at least like in America, for American historic things, because like that's a big part of history that people should be able to see and learn about.
Yeah.
Well, considering we live in a culture of pussies who can't even stand a statue being up of somebody bad anymore, I don't know if anyone cares.
Oh, nobody can
but
stand an epilepsy joke anymore either.
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
You know, I gotta tell you, I was laughing pretty hard. I was laughing so hard I was on the floor twitching when you made that joke.
Oh my goodness.
What?
You're
What?
just saying.
Oh my gosh, Winston! He got
I'm
possessed!
trying to get up this guy.
Are
You
you
can't turn Winston into your
you
slave.
not-
That's my job.
Are you not gonna help Winston because he's too black?
Jill.
What? I'm cosplaying as the character. Are you not gonna help him because he's too black?
Got it.
Jill, there is a way to tell where the line is, and I feel like you don't even try.
Well, I'm just saying that like our character would not help Winston because he's racist. And I feel
Got
as
it.
though
Right.
that's wrong.
It is.
I'm starting
But-
to think our character would be one of the groups in Red Dead Redemption 2 that wears a hood.
Me too. But aren't we trying to be canon to this game's lore?
We are.
And the lore is that he's racist.
Yes.
Got it.
So like, would we help Winston or wouldn't we? I mean, Winston's my favorite Ghostbuster, personally.
I think we would help. Okay, I'm gonna devil's advocate here, make a case. Nate, you have to take a picture of a ghost with your penis connect energy meter.
Got it. I'm trying to survive.
I already
Okay.
took pictures of them.
No, I know, but it doesn't
And I need
save
Winston.
if you die.
Yes, it
And
does.
Winston
lost.
went down.
It does save when you're done.
So shut up, Jill.
We figured that out last part.
Jill, shut up. So here's the thing. I'm gonna make a case for why he would help Winston.
You're just gonna play devil's advocate.
Yeah, devil's
Okay.
advocate. Okay. Every racist has a token black friend,
Right.
so that they can say they're not racist.
Exactly.
Okay,
Have you
oh,
guys
okay.
noticed that?
I
Exactly.
understand now.
Yeah,
So
Don't you-
canonically,
don't you
he
have a
would
black
save
friend?
Winston.
I used to. We had creative differences.
More possessive roles. Kids, you know what to do.
I thought it was just because he didn't want to be your friend anymore.
He was busy January 6th.
Oh,
Wait, this guy was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where were you on January 6th?
the same place as you.
I don't want to talk
Were you
about
hanging
it.
out with your friend?
At home, alone, editing.
With no alibi?
Playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, me and you were playing COD on that day.
Right.
That's
yeah.
what we were doing.
Real life COD.
Just
Yeah.
like you did every night after the court case. Did you hear what I said?
I did hear what you said. I didn't know what to say.
I thought it was funny.
What court case are we talking about
The
here?
Kyle Rittenhouse one.
Oh,
He
okay.
said that every night after his court trial things, he would go home and play Call of Duty.
I didn't
And
know
that was
this.
him advocating for Call of Duty not being violent.
Well, it isn't,
Yeah,
but...
I remember that. You know, it just upsets me. Like, I don't know how to play. Like,
I want to play COD with 4 doors more horrors.
well, here's the problem. You know, squads in Warzone.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're supposed to fill our squad anymore now that Babbitt 69 isn't able to play.
Wait, who's
sitting
that? I'm confused. What?
I was like, was that Kyle Rittenhouse's name? And then I was like, oh, wait, no.
Well, whose name was that?
She's the girl who died on January 6th.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Ashley Babbitt.
Didn't a cop shoot her?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, one of those cops when they were busy not taking photo ops and then claiming they were victimized later.
Oh my.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. How come you, like, die with one hit?
Because this is professional. And then you have to have someone come up and touch you between the legs, and then they go, whoop, 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 and then they pull you up right there.
Awesome.
I feel
you're
like
up.
you
I
should
love
be
it.
given more health if they're just gonna kill you in one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, or also just have, like, these, like, your fellow Ghostbuster friends, like, not go down also with one hit.
Or be possessed every 2 seconds.
Yeah, why aren't the other Ghostbusters, and I'm being serious here, a little bit more like the COD Zombies bots? Where, like, they have a bunch of health.
COD Zombies 4 bots.
Yeah, to, like, offset the fact that you have none.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
know. Well, okay, there's my trap,
Okay.
and I need to...
Also, like, all of the ghosts in this are, like, damage sponges. Like, it's like I'm playing Avengers right now.
Did you?
Why
wow,
isn't it
gotta
going
get
in
that
the-
Avengers hit in?
Why isn't she going in the trap?
This is what women do.
What?
You, like, set them up for, like, perfect situations, and then they're like, oh, do you remember last Valentine's Day where you didn't remember my favorite color was magenta fuchsia? It's like, bitch, please. I am trying to give you a great day here, and all you're doing is, like, bringing up the past, you know?
Valentine's Day was last week.
Where did this all come from?
No one is even talking about Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We're, like, talking about capturing ghosts. Don't you hate when, like, with women...
Yeah, like, what's wrong with you today? You having, like, some
Are you
trauma?
sure you're not the racist Ghostbuster?
Hey, Kyle, can you play COD later? I gotta take this call. Sorry, Nate.
That makes sense.
Would you play COD with Kyle Rittenhouse? Like, if he was on Warzone,
I'm gonna give you a...
when he was in your squad, would you want to play with him?
I'm gonna give you an unpopular opinion that someone will get mad about. I don't see why everybody hates that guy so much. Now, I wouldn't personally go on like a fucking victory tour after winning that case because I'd want to keep my head down and not deal with everyone.
Right.
But that's my personality.
Right.
Other than that, and like him coming off a little cocky from all of that, I don't see... Didn't he kill a couple of white people and one of them was allegedly a pedophile and there was like actual evidence of him being a pedophile?
I'm pretty sure
He
another
actually
one
got
was,
out
like,
of
either a
he
murderer
got
or a
out
rapist or
of
something.
prison like just recently before that.
For like, but hadn't he like... Literally, because I read, and now, to be fair, what you read online is not always true, but I read that one of the guys he shot had been a guy who had, like, molested that, his own girlfriend's kids multiple times.
Well, like, here's the thing. What I don't understand is why people are so angry about the fact that, like, he was not only doing self-defense, like, he was
Why
defending
isn't the-
himself and his friend.
Okay, there we go.
But also, it was against a white person. Like, who gives a shit these days about what happens to a white pedophile? Because, like, everybody's, like, always concerned
one.
about, like, the black guy, even if he, like, did something really terrible in his lifetime.
This sounds horrible.
Well, I'm just
What are you
saying, like,
talking
everybody,
about?
like, cares so much about, like, the black people and everyone else, and then, like, a white guy dies who's a pedophile, and everybody, like,
Why do people care
has, like,
so
a
much
problem.
about black people?
Well, I'm just
what are you saying?
saying, it's,
You're
like, why do you
gonna
care
sound
so
racist.
much? Like,
I get what you're saying. You're saying
yeah.
that the social, what would you call it? Like, not thermometer. What do you call like, what do you call it on a clock? You know, like the pendulum.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like the social pendulum has swung in a way where to compensate for a racist history in the United States, which no one can argue there wasn't one.
There wasn't racism.
You're right. People are jumping to the other side where it's like, well, no, now we can't care about if this certain type of person dies because too many people historically did, so we all have to care if this type of person dies.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to explain it
Thank
because
you.
you made it sound like, why does anyone care about this white guy? Like, shouldn't we all care about the token man?
Yeah.
But that's not what you were saying. What you're saying is people act that way and then act like it's progressive. Like, people care
yeah,
about...
I was making fun of those people.
Right, I understand. That's why I'm bailing you out here.
Before you get canceled online.
People care so much about looking good, even if they don't care about that person, or even if that person was a criminal. Like, I guarantee you that, I'm being serious here, especially in Minnesota where we live, if there was a highly publicized news story that was spun a certain way, and a police officer was approached by a black man who pulled out a gun and shot him, there would be people protesting and saying the police officer didn't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he was approached by someone who's black who had a gun drawn on him, and then he took out his gun and shot the guy, there would be people calling racism. That's
Right.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
That there are people who are so indoctrinated towards the other end of it now. Whereas in the past, it was shit like Emmett Till, where it's like, oh, this guy barely talked to this woman. He must have assaulted her. Let's murder him.
Right.
It's almost like the social pendulum. People try and correct the mistakes of the past, but in doing so, they go the opposite directions.
But-
and that's not good, and because of that, it's caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, and because of that, like, I don't understand why all of a sudden people, like, give so much of a shit about, like, this white guy who's a pedophile. Like,
I can tell you why. It's
because that's, like,
misinformation.
against...
Because everyone thinks that the people he shot were black people.
Right, that's
But-
what
So
I'm
they
saying.
call
that
him
means you're, like,
racist.
an idiot and misinformed. Like, literally fucking look it up. Like, I don't
Right.
need to Google
but
shit
they don't
for you.
want to look it up.
No, people believe what they want to believe. By the way, good job getting up Winston.
Yeah, because I'm not racist.
So anyway, to clarify, Jill's a great person who likes black people.
Yes, that's the
And
moral
Jill
of the
is
story.
actually partially black. People don't know that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You have a small portion of Nigerian.
It is like 0.1%
It's
in
enough.
my
That
parents.
is enough for you to get free college
One
if you're a
drop
Native
will-
American.
I'm pretty sure it just means that like one of my family members was a slave owner and did some misconstrued act.
What? Aren't you Nigerian? They
No,
didn't have slaves over in Niger.
I'm pretty sure that like. Okay, calm down. I'm pretty sure that on my dad's side of the family that they like owned slaves like 100 years ago. Or
Yeah, but
whatever.
How do you know this? How do you know this?
There was consensual relationship. Okay, this is gonna sound horrible, but there were slave relationships where the slave wanted to be with the. Okay, look, like what about Thomas Jefferson? That woman was in love with him.
No, she really wasn't.
Yes, she was.
She
cared
wanted
about
to
him.
leave. She wanted to be done with him. Are you talking about Sally Heming?
No, I'm talking about the woman that he had kids with.
Yeah, Sally Heming.
She liked him for a while.
Well, yeah, but she also wanted to be free, but then he basically told her, like, well, if you stay with me, then I will basically let you live in certain parts of the house and do all these special benefits for you.
But she
basically.
couldn't have been free anyway at that time. There were very...
She did actually go to France with Jefferson, and that's where she basically told him, like, I want to be free, because she could have been in France. Now
Yeah, but
she
not
probably
in
would have been
America.
she probably would have been destroyed in France because I was like
right, you
right
guys go after
during the
us.
time of the French Revolution, so she probably would have just been killed. But
And they were also still racist. The French. not
Sally
as-
Heming?
No, the French.
Oh, yeah.
They were not as racist as America was at that time.
Right.
Dr. Rutherford, if you'll show me to security.
I feel like we have to clear some stuff up. Did you pick up that trap? Did somebody pick it up?
I think someone went and got it.
We've got to destroy some more stuff around here. There's got to be something we can blow up, right?
Well, let me look at the
That's funny.
history.
Shoot that. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Egyptian dynasties.
Shoot it.
Why don't you shoot the chandelier in the other room?
Shoot the history.
Because I don't want to kill Sia.
Shoot the history. See ya.
She's on the chandelier.
That was Miley Cyrus.
No, it was Sia who sang
Yeah.
Chandelier.
I thought it
Miley
was-
Cyrus was
Miley
in the wrecking
Cyrus
ball.
did the
Cyrus'
wrecking ball.
Wrecking ball. Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, I came out like a chandelier. I broke Chris Hemsworth's brother's heart.
That's true. She did.
That was so
I
sad.
cheated on him with lots of people. Probably. Allegedly.
This is like such a weird mix. You have like
Hey,
the
could you draw
Civil
the
War
Confederate battle
picture
flag?
for being in character because I'm in character.
Yeah.
But then you have like Rome randomly next to it, and then the Egyptian dynasty.
Could I have that for a
Underneath
second?
our
Good.
outfit, the Ghostbuster actually
Yeah, you wanna
wears like
play?
a Confederate outfit.
Just for a second. I just want to play for a second.
Okay. I think I know where this is going.
Second.
Okay.
Why? That makes sense. That's canon to what he actually did in this story.
No. Circling back though, I do get what you're saying. Like it's weird. People were not informed on that case. Now,
Just because the media spun it wrong, and then nobody cared to like look it up because they're all like sheep.
Now look.
Wow.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna make an unpopular argument.
You're gonna play devil's advocate here?
No. But this is my unpopular argument. Everyone says like, well, he shouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have had to do self-defense if he wasn't there. Nobody should have been there.
Right.
Why was anybody there? Well, what are you accomplishing? Like, look at these actual protests. Like, let's look at them. The fact that they can be co-opted by people who are like white pedophiles, for example,
right,
and used for crime. What are you accomplishing? You know what I mean? Like, that's not a protest. Then that's just like a. It reminds me of. I don't know, it reminds me of like these movements throughout history, and it's been throughout literally every single culture. Can you take a picture of that
Roman
ghost?
ghosts?
Yeah.
Where essentially you'll have a group of people who want one thing, but then people use it for something else, you know?
Right.
Like the Patriots who committed war crimes during the Revolutionary War. That was a real thing.
Hey, it's Caesar's Legion. Makes sense.
This guy's like, not my clan.
You were talking about the whole self-defense thing and how like nobody should have been there.
Oh yeah, I mean like these protests are all co-opted by groups and people on both sides of the aisle that want nefarious things. Some of them are like right-wing extremists that want to make black people look bad. That is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Some of them are criminals who want to use it as a cover to do stuff like rob and steal. Mm-hmm. And these protests, they've gone in a way where they resemble riots often, in my opinion, more than protests. And it's because of these bad faith actors who, like, I guarantee you, a massive portion of the people who show up to this stuff believe in the cause and they are trying to make things better. Peaceful protesting is a right in America, and there's a reason it's a right, and it can change things. But people have co-opted these movements and they use them for their own benefit, like that pet being there,
yeah,
alleged pedophile,
and trying to hurt those.
But
people.
pets are cool.
Yeah,
I thought this guy was. I'd have to look it up, but I believe he actually had done jail time for this.
Yeah, I think he did too. I thought I remembered reading that.
So when you're looking at stuff like that, where it's so easy for these bad faith actors to co-opt your movement and draw attention away from what's really happening, like for example, violence in black communities or against black people, or like police brutality that is disproportionately towards certain types of people than other people. Even the fact that they pull over more of a certain type of people based off of biases, that really does happen, and that's a human tribal thing. And all of that stuff, it's like, instead of actually dealing with that and drawing attention to that, you're creating environments where these bad faith actors can come in and hurt people, and do all these things. And you're setting up the environment for the Kyle Rittenhouse type person, the person who's had enough of dealing with bullshit, who will fight back, and someone will die. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, speaking of that, it just really bothers me too that all of a sudden, all of these people have decided that the person doing the bad things is more in the right than the person doing self-defense. Because, there's also cases of, a burglar going into somebody's house, stealing all their shit, and then, falling down on the ice on the front steps and suing that guy and winning.
Well, it's just... people are so... the culture these days has gone, really backwards. In the sense where, someone could break into your house, right? And they could be, actively, taking a bat to your face, but you pull out a gun and shoot them. And there will legitimately be people out there that, advocate for you going to prison.
Yeah, what's going on?
And it's in my opinion, if you ever get to the point where you are trying to defend a criminal over anything else, you are now in the wrong. Because it's why are you defending a criminal? I get if, the guy breaks into my house, and let's say I tie him up in my basement and I shoot his kneecaps in, and just over
yeah, that's torture.
That's kind of psychotic. But
yeah.
but it's
is it wrong that I kind of feel They entered your house to hurt you, and I don't care what happens to them?
In my opinion, no. It's not wrong.
I mean, I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying I don't feel sympathy for that
my
person.
thing is I don't care. Like, I kind of have, like, a weird frontier justice where it's like, get out of my house.
Take a picture of that with your penis kinetic energy.
But I don't know. It's like, to me, it's kind of like, well, why are we... No matter what even happens in the house, the person broke into your house. Why have we gotten to a point where we're like, no, the homeowner is the villain?
Yeah,
like,
I just don't get that.
Who in the world is sitting around, like, defending a criminal? Like, why have we gotten to this point in a society where it's
not
like...
even wrongfully accused or, like, a backwards law. Like, for example, I will till my dying day say that I think it's ridiculous how many people are considered criminals and are in prison for marijuana use.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
and now
like,
it's legal to use marijuana. Like, let those people out.
Like they're in some places it is. There's stuff like that where it's like, well, that person shouldn't really be a criminal.
Right.
But like breaking into your house or like that situation with like the Rittenhouse case, if you actually look at what happened, there's a reason he won. It is because, to my best understanding as not a lawyer, those guys antagonized him.
Mm-hmm.
And
tried to hurt him.
They actually tried to lure him into an ambush.
Right.
And he ended up killing... he killed 2 of them and injured the 3rd.
No,
I thought he killed 2.
I thought he killed 1.
Well, either way, there were 3 guys.
Oh, yeah, no, he did kill 2, and then, the
and
third
he
one
shot
got
the 3rd
injured.
one in the bicep.
Yeah.
That guy's arm's going to be, like, destroyed for life.
Good.
But, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like it's the same culture as... This is what the culture is. It's the same culture as, hey, I drank my McDonald's coffee and got burned because I didn't wait for it to cool off. I'm going to sue you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Karen culture.
It's like get ahead at any cost culture and spin the narrative.
And you're willing to overlook stuff so that you can have your narrative be correct.
Right.
I think it's, like, different, too, if you, like, literally invite somebody in your house and then shoot them and then call castle doctrine.
Well,
yeah,
obviously,
but...
But, like, that's what a lot of people think
here?
is going on when it's, like, a burglar who comes in. And it's just, like, those are completely different situations, you know?
Can you scan that, by the way?
I also think it's annoying that, like, there's a lot of people who have done very minor crimes, like the marijuana thing, or have not done a crime at all and get put in prison, and then... like, our taxpayer dollars have to pay for them. Like, they should just be free.
Yeah, I go both ways on this, too. Like, also, I think that part of me thinks if you're giving people the life penalty, like, not for marijuana, obviously, but for, like, murder or stuff, right? Part of me almost wonders if you should allow voluntary euthanasia at that point. That sounds terrible, but what I'm saying is, like, say there's a serial killer in prison. I understand if you, as a country, don't want to have the death penalty. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. But, like, fine, you don't want it. Fine. Because, like, maybe they were wrongfully accused or whatever. Mm-hmm. Somehow, in your mind, it's, like, more merciful for them to live in a prison, which is literal hell.
Even though they don't deserve mercy.
Well, but it also doesn't make sense why... Like, okay, even aside from that, I don't understand how it's merciful to let people live in the prison system where they're getting their beeholes ripped open and getting attacked daily. And literally living in hell. The prison system in America is horrible.
Right.
And needs a ton of reform. But anyway, maybe we should let those people just opt out of it at that point. Because everybody's tired of, like, paying for the next Ted Bundy to have 3 meals a day in a bed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, he should just be able to be straight up killed. Like, if he wants to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he wants to be. And I've seen people say, like, well, what if someone was wrongfully accused and they decided that, death by cop or whatever was easier? It's like, well, look.
Death by cop?
Yeah, like basically allowing a police or like a agent of the state to execute them.
Oh, got
with
it.
voluntary euthanasia.
I thought this was like a firing squad choice.
No,
like they call in a cop to police brutality.
They call in Derek Chauvin.
Okay, we're done there.
All right.
They know he gets the job done.
Jill, you have to cut that out. Do you
It's,
not
like,
understand
terrible.
where the line is? Do you not get it?
I thought that was funny.
Are you okay? Do you need something to drink?
like-
No, I just thought that was really funny. How was that bad?
How is that bad?
What?
What's the problem here?
What?